MLV Productions, where vision becomes legacy.
Greetings and welcome to Chapter 2. As we go through the chapters, we will go deeper, and I hope you will grow. Okay, let's begin. Have you ever smiled when you were hurting? Well, that's called the crying clown. You told people, "I'm fine," when deep down, you're not. Let me ask you this. Have you ever walked into a room and changed how you spoke, the way you acted, even the way you felt, just so you could fit in? We all wear masks. Not always because we're pretending. Sometimes we wear them because we're protecting ourselves. The confident Matt. I've got everything figured out. That Instagram blogger who seems to have everything, but really, they're in debt. But here's the question, who are you when nobody is watching? Somewhere along the journey of life, we learn what people expect from us. Be successful, be strong, don't show weakness, don't disappoint people. And slowly, we can become so good at being who everyone else wants us to be that we forget who we actually are. And that's where the mask becomes dangerous. Because eventually, you don't just wear the mask for other people, you start wearing it for yourself. But here's something powerful about the law of attraction. Your outer world often begins with your inner world. What you repeatedly think, what you repeatedly believe, what you repeatedly feel shapes the way you move through life. If deep inside you're telling yourself, "I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy," you hide your potential. And you keep attracting situations that reinforce the story you've been telling yourself. But what happens when you change the story? What happens when you finally say, "I am enough, I am worthy, I don't need everyone's approval, I don't have to become somebody else to deserve the life I want"? That's when transformation begins. Because manifestation isn't simply about wishing for a different life. It's about becoming the person who is ready to live it, showing up as your authentic self and confident within your own skin. Stop watching your life on a TV screen whilst it seems someone else is playing your part. I lived much of my life wearing a mask. A mask I created to please people, to be accepted, to be liked, to be there for everyone, even when sometimes they weren't there for me. And for a long time, I didn't even realize I was wearing it. I became so used to being the person everyone else wanted me to be that I almost forgot who I was underneath it all. But then something changed. I realized that every time I took that mask off, I was taking my power back. And every time I chose myself, I was becoming more of who I was always meant to be. I stopped trying to convince people to understand me. I stopped chasing people who weren't willing to show up for me. And I stopped worrying so much about what people thought of me. And I say that with respect. Because I respect people enough to allow them to have their opinions, but I respect myself enough not to let their opinions define me. I now choose to give my energy to the people who genuinely give their energy to me, the people who support me. The people who are there when life isn't perfect. Because I've learned something very important. Not everyone deserves access to the person you're becoming. And that's not arrogance, that's self-respect. I spent years wearing a mask to make other people comfortable. Now, I'm choosing to live as myself. And if someone doesn't like who I am, I don't need to change who I am to make them comfortable. Because the greatest freedom I've discovered isn't being liked by everyone. It's finally being able to look in the mirror and be proud of the person looking back at me. The mask is off, and my power is back in my hands. Maybe your mask was created by failure. Maybe someone told you that you weren't smart enough, successful enough, beautiful enough, or capable enough. And in my opinion, you are, or maybe you've carried those words for years. But their opinion is not your identity. Their perception is not your destiny. And your past does not get to write the final chapter of your future. So today I want you to ask yourself something. The mask of the person who has everything together? The mask of the person who doesn't need help? The mask of the person who is afraid to dream again? What mask am I still wearing? Or perhaps the mask of someone who has forgotten just how powerful they really are. Because the moment you stop performing for the world, you create space to discover yourself. And when you change the energy you carry, you change the choices you make. Change your choices, and you begin to change your life. You don't have to become someone else. You don't have to create a perfect version of yourself. You simply have to become more honest about who you are and more courageous about who you're becoming. Take off the mask, look in the mirror, and meet the person underneath it. because that person has been waiting for you all along. And remember, the life you're asking the universe for require you to become the person who is no longer afraid to receive it. So take off the mask, step into your truth, raise your vibration. Wait, I am not finished. The person you were always meant to be. May the source always be with you.